So the eAlim has the full recitation for 5 shuyukh: Al-Ghamdi, Mishari ibn Rashid al-Afasi, Sudais, Hudayfi, and Muhammad Ayyub. Now you have 5 more: Sheikh Zafar al-Qasimi, Abu Bakr al-Shatari, Saud al-Shiraim, Abdul Basit, Ahmed bin Ali al-Ajmi. Then a nice thing, especially for brothers who speak or understand Urdu, is the audible audio translation that comes interleaved with the Sheikh Qasimi's recitation. When you choose a qari in this mode, it supports, you can actually choose the surah, starting from Surah Al-Naba, surah number 78 of the Mus'haf, down to Surah Al-Nas, number 114. Excuse me. So let's go with Surah Al-Nas, and then you can also choose one of two modes. You can have the same qari and change the surahs, or you can have the same surah but different qaris, so you can compare different recitations for the same surah. Let's go for the same qari and change surah, and then click on start. You see the nice text. Another feature is the tafsir. The eAlim has 4 books of tafsir. The most common ones, Ibn Kathir, that comes in Arabic, English, Urdu, and then 3 others that come in Arabic: Al-Jalalain, Al-Qurtubi, and Al-Tabari. And by the way, eAlim is the only e-reader in the world that supports Eastern languages such as Arabic, Urdu, and so on. I'm going to show you an example of the Ibn Kathir that in Arabic language. Each book is indexed, and of course we could tell that tafsir book would have 114 chapters. Each chapter corresponds to a surah. So you can, for example, go to Surah Al-Tafsir, Surah Al-Buruj, and then within the surah we also have sections that correspond to different ranges of ayahs. So let's say the tafsir from ayah 1 to 10, and then you click on the read button. And by the way, the eAlim supports 2 features. You can save a bookmark so that you remember which was the last page that you read in this book, and then you have an auto scroll interval, which actually allows or designates to the eAlim to scroll at a certain pace, which should be your reading pace. So for example, if you flip a page every 30 seconds, you can set the eAlim to flip or scroll a new page every 30 seconds. And then you click on read, so it gives you the tafsir Surah Al-Buruj in Ibn Kathir. Again, you can zoom in or zoom out or change the font size by clicking on the A button. Back to the Al-Dhikr menu, the Hadith icon. This shows a huge list of Islamic library. So we have Al-Bukhari that comes in Arabic, English, Indonesian, Urdu, and then Sahih Muslim that comes in Arabic and Urdu, and then the 4 other books of Sahih, Abi Dawood, At-Tirmidhi, and Nasa'i ibn Majah come in Arabic, and then we have Bulugh al-Maram, which also comes in Arabic. Then we have Riyadh al-Salihin that comes in Arabic, English, French, and the list goes on to include Arba'in Nawawiyya that comes in Arabic and English, Ahadith Qudsiyya, Qasas al-Anbiya, Al-Kaba'ir, Al-Rahiq al-Makhtum, and they all come in Arabic. So we see that the eAlim does not only include Qur'an recitation or translation, tafsir, it also has a huge list of tafsir books, 4 books, 6 books of Sunnah, Arba'in Nawawiyya, Riyadh al-Salihin, and then many other books. For those who are planning on owning or buying these books, actually the eAlim would be the best choice, because the price of any of those 2 books would be much more than the price of an eAlim. On top of that, we have also Hisn al-Muslim, which is an adhkar book that comes in Arabic and English, and then Ahkam al-Tajweed that comes in Arabic. So for example, if we choose the English version of Hisn al-Muslim, and then we go to the chapters, you can see that supplications when wake up, invocation, getting dressed, when putting on new clothes, and so on. So you choose the section, and it gives you the supplications that match this section. It also has a software for the Qibla and Salah for most of the main cities in the world. And then we have a search functionality that applies to the Quranic text and the English translation. And then we have a settings menu that allows you to change the language of the menu, either in Arabic or English. You can also change the theme. So instead of the night black, which I personally like, you can go with a paper white, desert brown, sea blue, or natural green. Exiting from the main menu, exiting from a dhikr menu, we go back to the main menu. That also, so far I've shown you the Uthmanic format of the Quran and a dhikr menu. Next, we would go to the ebook, and the ebook allows you to view the flash files, images, Qibla, video files, as I will show you shortly, audio books or audio files, and ebooks. So far, the eAlim support TXT files, so you can load them through the USB port down there. So you can connect it to the USB port labeled PC through the USB cable provided in the eAlim's package, and you can copy the files to the eAlim and read them on the go. Clicking on the text file, you see how nice it shows on the eAlim's display. You can scroll down or scroll up, and so on. Okay, it plays again HTML files, flash files, and by the way, as I said, it's the only e-reader that supports Arabic text or Urdu. And I'm going to show you, for example, a file. I hope it's the right one. You see, it has a greeting or salutation for Hamza radiyallahu anhu. Assalamu alayka ya Hamza amma rasulillah. And you see, it's the only one that supports Arabic text. And then, in addition to the ebook, we have an audio-video player, which I think is a very amazing functionality. It plays MP3s and AVIs. I start with the AVI. Or you can go full screen. I'm going to show you also how to play MP3. That's an adhan sample file. So you can use the built-in crystal clear speakers, or you can use the stereo headphone. And the eAlim's package comes with a free earbuds, so you can use them to listen for recitation, or if you have an audiobooks or lectures or talks or even other shuyukh's recitations that you can download them freely from hundreds or tens of websites available online. You can just store them on the eAlim and play them on the go. The media player has just the regular or standard player functionalities, so you can play, forward, rewind, pause, mute, increase volume, decrease volume, or go full screen. Now you also have a photo viewer. We can actually load your personal images and view them on the eAlim. You can play them in the slide presentation. You can go full screen, reload. It has a zoom in, zoom out buttons, and you can also go to the next image or previous image. And then last thing I'm going to show you is the settings. You can play with the backlight and power settings. You can also play with the volume settings. You can mute it completely or set it to medium or loudest. Also for medium or loudest, you have a broad range of settings. So you could be very low or high volume. You could also set the time. And then you can also play with the skin. So instead of the light green, the one that you see now, you can go the black. You can also change the mode from a portrait